3 for 35 of his 12 overs.
Right, well, Saeed Anwar, one of the best players, one of the best openers in world cricket. 31 years of age, 48 test matches. Look at that average, over 44.
And getting into the action straight away, Saeed Anwar. This will go away to the boundary, on the bounce. In fact, it has gone all the way. So 6 to Saeed Anwar. Really getting into his stride there. Beautifully picked up.
Straight away on the offensive, Saeed Anwar down the wicket and attacking the new bowler. Really went down there, right on.
And with him, Saeed Anwar.
Oh, that's a cracking shot from Saeed Anwar. A nice way to bring up his half-century.
Well, a trademark shot from Saeed Anwar. The ball's really not that short. He's gone back and he's played it underneath his eyes and he's put it away. It's pretty full. He's just leant back on it.
And just looking at the pedigree of Yousaf Yohana, there it is, age 25, an average of 35, and just recently has played very well. So Yousaf Yohana, a good cricketer. He's on strike. Murali the bowler.
That's good shot, good stride forward. And he'll find the boundary. Big gap between point and mid-off. That was well played by Yousaf Yohana.
Yes, a good shot, just a little bit over pitch from Murali. He won't be happy with that, but he'd certainly be happy with him playing against the spin. There's no doubt about that. And he'll know it's just a little bit too full.
Now that's poor bowling. Captain won't be happy. Yohana beginning to grow in confidence.
And that one driven away on the offside, and oh, it's beaten him. Well, that was a little different. You don't often see the ball driven. It looked almost as if it was straight to Jayasuriya there, and it must have taken a deviation and gone off in another direction, because he was all over the place. Let's have a look at it. It was certainly firmly driven.
That was superbly struck. The timing was fine. It caught Sanat Jayasuriya on the wrong foot.
Well, that's a good shot. That's for caress through the offside. And away to the wide mid-off boundary for 4. Murali didn't feeling it mid-off there. He had no chance of getting onto that one. That was lovely timing.
It's a little bit of air, and then Saeed Anwar. He's been so very good on the timing. He just eases into it, only than just ambling across. No chance at all.
Well played, right up in the block hole, and that one hit straight down the ground. The question is, will it get to the boundary? It looks as if it'll, oh, I think he probably just dragged it back. A nice straight drive down the ground off the bowling of Pushpa Kumara.
Pushpa Kumara, he's been bowling this fuller length and just over pitching on the onside. Yohana leaning into it and easing it through that mid-on region. Certainly must be pleased with that shot. And that certainly did cross the line. In fact, Sanat Jayasuriya had crossed the line when he was in contact with the ball.
Cutting away quite nicely, finding the gap. This will run away to the boundary. So this partnership now looking menacing as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. Beautiful timing from Yousaf Yohana.
Well, Russell Arnold, for my money, not as competent as Muralitharan. You know, making sure that they button down some sort of a defense, tighten it up. It's loose and wide, and for a quality player, that's an easy put away.
He's waiting for the spin and then guiding it away quite nicely. Use of the feet and easily putting it away. All the way 6. So Yousaf Yohana, very clear in his approach, even though the lunch is approaching.
Yes, we see a smile on his face, and he's no doubt he's saying to Saeed, well, what's wrong with that? Well, if he gets out, he won't be saying that, but Up and over, clear.
That's beautifully bowled. The third umpire being called for. The Sri Lankans believe they've got their man.
This was beautifully done by Muralidharan and also by Kaluwitharna. There was a gap through the offside, and Muralidharan exciting the batsmen to play through that area. Well-flighted delivery, Yousaf Yohana being engaged into that full-blown drive. And it looks pretty close. This will give a fair indication. Just lunging forward and losing his balance, Yousaf Yohana, while driving Muralidharan through the offside. There shouldn't be any doubt whatsoever in his mind whether the batsman is in the crease or out of it. He's got to be absolutely sure. Our producer is being made to work very hard here. The third umpire wants every angle. And he's still not very sure, very comfortable with it. And if he's not comfortable with it, well, the red light comes on, so he's comfortable with it.
Yohana goes for 41. He didn't pick that one from Muralidharan. The third umpire watched the replay at least 15 times, and then the red button was pressed. 161. That's swept fine. Very controlled shot. That will reach the boundary.
Muralidharan coming round the wicket to maybe look to fish the ball on the off stump, the rough that has been developed. But Saeed Anwar just moving his front foot to the off stump, creating that sweep. That's a beautiful drive. Sanat Jayasuriya was just a little deep in that cover position, but it will go all the way. That's a lovely cover drive by Saeed Anwar.
Indeed, a real beauty by Saeed Anwar. Just got to the pitch of it and whipped it on that offside. Just leaving the fielder standing. In fact, Sanat Jayasuriya in vain pursuit. Onto the pitch of it and just see the timing. It was perfectly struck. A little bit of balance being lost, but all the same, picking that gap. So this partnership certainly blossoming away. And Ismail Haq, he certainly always on fire.
And this will give him his 100. The 10th of his career and second versus Sri Lanka. Being applauded by the roommate, in fact by the entire Pakistan dressing room. What an innings this has been. Previous best has been 136 in Sri Lanka, which is at Colombo.
What a fine innings that has been, playing for his side, batting right throughout, just holding the batting together. He realized how important it is for him to be around, and he's played that role superbly well.
And Saeed Anwar taking the aerial route and 6. That's a lovely hit. Playing with the spin. There was a mid-wicket, a straightish mid-wicket in place for Saeed Anwar because he had earlier lofted the left arm in that direction. Not this time. Uppish and clearing the mid-off position. This time it's Saeed Anwar who has taken the aerial route. That has rapidly gone away to the boundary.
Now Saeed Anwar into his stride, taking Muralidharan on, getting up to the pitch of it, and whacked over mid-off.
Well, they all go up for a catch here. The finger goes up. Saeed Anwar was waiting. And a much-needed breakthrough here for the Sri Lankans. Russell Tiffin took his time just to see if Saeed Anwar was going to walk. And finally lifted his finger. So a fine innings comes to an end against the run of play.
Trying to cut and getting an edge. There was a definite sound in Kaluwitharna doing well to net that one quite easily in the air. Now, good breakthrough provided by Russell Arnold. So Saeed Anwar goes after playing a wonderful hand of 123, and Pakistan lose their 4th wicket for 266.